Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Teacher Ayuni is here. Shortly we're gonna review present tense rules from the very basic level. Although the topic seems to be something that you have already known, but I hope you will pay close attention to strengthen your understanding. So bear with me for a few minutes, okay? First thing first, let's look at why do we need to use present tense. We use present tense when we want to talk about something that's going on, okay? That's going on now, or habitually perform, something that we always do, and something that is true, okay? It's a fact. For example, I am a girl. You can never say you were a girl, okay? Because it's a fact, something that is true even before this, now, and even for tomorrow. You are always a girl. So we use you and are. Okay. When we want to use present tense, we must look at 4 elements, which are action verbs, verb to be, verb to do, and we also need to use all the 3 elements in question. First thing first, let's look at why do we need to use present tense. We use present tense when we want to talk about something that's going on, okay? That's going on. For action verb, I think you are really familiar with this action verb. There are millions of action verbs in this world. For example, eat, sleep, run. Okay, when we do any word that shows action. For action verb, it's very simple. When you use plural subject, you use action verb without s. So you discard s. For example, example of the subjects are I, you, we, they, Ali and Abu. You know, two people. The students with s is plural. For example, the first sentence, they use acrylic paint for their art project. You look at the word action verb there that I used, which is use. Do I put s? No, because it is for plural subject. The same thing goes for the second one. My classmates, more than one person, share ideas to decorate our classroom. Share. So the way I spell it is the original spelling. And the last one is I find strange plants near. For action verb, I think you are really familiar with this action verb. There are millions of action verbs in this world. But still, for action verb, it's different when you use singular subject. For example, he, she, it, Ali, any name of a single person. The cat, the drink, something that you cannot count, uncountable noun. We use action verb, but we must add s. Okay? For example, she uses acrylic paint for her art project. My classmate, only one classmate, shares ideas. The scientist, only one, finds strange plants near the bridge. But still, for action verb, it's different when you use. Other than action verbs, we also need to pay attention to the use of verb to be. What are the examples of verb to be? We have am, is, are. These 3 are used for present tense. First, look at the subject itself. If it is singular, he, she, it, Ali, the cat, the drink. I'm using the similar examples. This one is singular, so you need to use is. Okay? For example, she is the best acrylic painter. My classmate is confident with her idea. This strange plant found recently is a hit topic among the villagers. Why do we use verb to be? So normally we use verb to be when we want to describe something. When we use adjective, I am angry. So angry is the adjective. We use verb to be. Other than action verbs, we also need to Okay, it is different when we use I. I is a very special pronoun because it always comes together with am. The verb to be for I is am. We all know that because we learn English since we were in primary school. Okay, it is different when we use I. I is a very special pronoun because it always comes together with am. The verb to be for I is am. We all know that because we learn English since we were in primary school. I am 17 years old. For example, okay, when you tell age, the general fact about your age, you use am. Why? Because you are using the pronoun I. Okay, if you use you, we, they, Ali and Abu, the cats, okay, any plural subject, we use the verb to be. Okay, it is different when we use I. I is a very special pronoun because it always comes together with am. The verb to be for I is am. We all know that because we learn English since we were in primary school. I am 17 years old. For example, okay, when you tell age, the general fact about your age, you use am. Why? Because you are using the pronoun I. Okay, if you use you, we, they, Ali and Abu, the cats, okay, any plural. Okay, next. Verb. Okay, next. Verb to do. We have do, does, did in English, but there are only two that we use for present tense. It's either do or does. Again, it depends on the subject that we use. For example, when you use I, you use do. Okay, I do. If you use you, we, they, Ali and Abu, the cats are the plural subjects, we also use do. And for this one, we use to give negative statement. What is negative statement? When you want to use action verb, but to tell that you are not doing something. Okay, for example, I do not know. I do not know how to answer the question correctly. We modify the verb to do. Tapi, okay, for the action verb, okay, we maintain the original spelling. Dia tidak langsung berkait dengan the subject that we use. Kalau you guna I ke, you guna she ke, it's the same. It's just that you change. If she, you use does. Okay, she does not know. Take a look at the second sentence. We do not order the item that was sent to our house. The action verb is order, but we use do. Why? Because we use plural pronoun we. Next, the art students, more than one student, do not get good marks because they are drawing. Okay, next, verb to do. We have do, does, did. Next, this is the special case for questions. We must use the correct type of verb, okay, either a verb to do or verb to be, depending on the type of question that we want to ask. For example, if we use WH, what is your name? Your name is singular, so we use is. What are those peculiar objects? Objects are plural, so we use are. What do they think about the design? If we want to use action verb think, we have to add verb to do. Okay, depending on the subject. The subject I use here is they, so they always comes together with do. So we put do after the WH word. What do they think about the design? Next, what does she want now? Okay, next. The second type is when we use verb to be in front. Sorry for the typo. The first one, is your son married? Only one son, right? So we use is. Or, are you sure you want to live in London? You is the subject, so we use are in front. Also, for the question that begins with verb to do, we use according to the subject as well. Does it mean that we should close the shop? Do they? Next, this is the special case. Now it's time for practice. All of these exercises are taken from your textbook, page 12 and also page 15. But it doesn't matter because I have pasted the exercises here. So I want you to copy and you complete the exercises. I will be giving you the answer once you have done all this. So that's all. Thank you very much. And I hope you learned something from this session. If you have any questions regarding to this lesson, feel free to WhatsApp me. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.